Hello viewers, welcome to yet another series of Health and Wellness, presented to you by Priority Wellness and funded by the Canadian Red Cross and the Government of Canada. Today with us we have Khyati Joshi, who is a registered social worker. Welcome to the show, Khyati. Thank you so much for being a part of this good cause. Khyati has done her master's in social work, and she also, to my knowledge, work as a clinical social worker.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of our viewers do not know the difference and different type of social work that happens in the community. I would appreciate if you could shed a little bit of light on it.
So, social worker usually helps individual, and my role is to help individual in society. If there are any concerns related to their mental health or addictions, any domestic violence, any other issues in the community, I help them out through psychotherapy and guidance and counseling.
Perfect.
My specialty is in mental health and addictions. I deal with any age group from youth to adult and elderly also.
Okay.
And as well as kids who are going to school, like younger kids.
Oh, so you do cover a wide variety of age group as well. That's perfect. Khyati, we want to focus today more on the current situation of the pandemic. There has been since March of this year, COVID-19, the lockdown has brought a lot of mental stress on people. Maybe people like me have come out to work and we are working very safely. But a lot of people, say like the seniors, their caregivers, they've not been able to come out of the house because of their insecurity. Even though we say you can go out with your mask, make sure you have your hand sanitizers with you, proper face covering. But there is still this scare in people. And I'm sure you, with your social work, have gone through a roller coaster of this. Would you like to share some experience on how you have dealt with your clients in this difficult time?
I believe that pandemic it was the roller coaster ride for me, for sure. Since it started, we didn't know how to cope up in the first few days, because there were so many uncertainties, what to do next and how to help people. The cases got spiked high, and then we were not sure how to cope up with that high cases as well. Yes, elderly has been affected more because they are in their house since March 10th, I believe, since March 10th when everything got closed down.
Right.
It was difficult for them. I had some clients who had gone through depression due to just staying at home and not going anywhere else. Not only people who are elderly, but as well as someone who is in the house, who are the caregivers of elderly people.
Right.
They also went through a bad situation, like they were as well having some kind of issues, mental health. Some people have fall through this addictions due to just staying at home. So it was difficult. I will also focus on youth and elderly, basically because youth and even the kids who were not going to school, they were home.
Right.
So for them, staying 24 hours a day, not going outside was very difficult. Also, when they are elderly at home, taking care of them was another part altogether. So the situation was like we have to make sure that the both generation are coping with each other first.
Absolutely.
So, however, at times it was like positive impact when we deal with those kind of clients, when we say, let's make sure that you both communicate, which you may not doing since long.
Right.
So, playing games at home, playing board games, playing any other games, or culturally more involved in their own beliefs and religion, maybe that help them out, but not always.
Right.
Not
I can
always.
so much relate to it, Khyati, because I have my mother-in-law at home who's 85. And my son obviously has been since March at school. But luckily, both of them, they get well so good with each other that my son became my mother-in-law's stress reliever.
Yeah.
He would pass all jokes with her in the house, and make sure, if she's having lunch or dinner, he will make sure, that he's sitting with her and making her laugh, cracking jokes. He would actually go and sit with her for every day, half an hour, 45 minutes, and go over like the funniest videos. And they both are cracking out in her room.
And I totally get that, but I guess it was not there earlier.
Yeah.
They didn't had enough time. Both people didn't, like this generation were more with something else, and even the youth or maybe the kids were more in schools and doing more stuff at home, doing their homeworks and everything. I think the pandemic has brought them together. At times it works, at times it doesn't. When it doesn't work,
So true.
So they come to us for the guidance and counseling and what to do next.
Right.
So that's how we step in and we try to mitigate between what we can do between those two people. Parents were as well going through the same situation, but fortunately enough, we are there to help them out.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
With how do you do this? I'm sure your situation is a customized counseling for your clients, not meeting. To what I understand, counseling always works better when you are face to face with your clients, and this would have brought a huge challenge for you on how you're doing this counseling, because you don't know, you don't see their face, you don't see their behavior, like your body language. So a lot of times you would just gauge by their body language of how are they taking your counseling and how do you need to twist the counseling based on their body language. Am I correct in understanding
And
this?
you are absolutely right. But I will say that we do virtual counseling as well
Okay.
phone counseling. On Zoom too, we do it. So usually we come to know what's a background, what's happening with them over there. We meet each individual separately, and then we meet as a family if needed. So as you rightly mentioned, it is more of client base and it is more of client focus, one-to-one, and the therapy or any kind of program which I design for them or a goals I set for them will be based on an individual.
Okay.
So yes, it is difficult. However, sometimes we ask those questions again and again. We get the right answers at times.
Okay.
If there are certain things we are missing, or if they are missing or something like that. Also, we read between lines. So that is also the thing.
Well, that's where what your education is about.
We
right?
have to read between lines what this mean, and then just specify that again. So, because as a social worker, we don't assume.
Right.
We cannot assume.
Absolutely.
So once we read those lines, we are okay. So can you just tell me what it means, and then maybe at times they come up exactly what that sentence mean for them. So it is. Yeah, it was difficult. It is still difficult, but I started now giving them my personal face-to-face counseling at my office. So I do wearing my mask and my gloves.
Maintaining your social distancing.
And making sure that maintaining social distance and giving to the client as well, making sure that they are comfortable. I just only meet clients who are comfortable coming to us.
Right.
And I don't do back-to-back meetings. It is more of one person comes and then I sanitize the whole office and then I go for another client. So it is okay for now.
Right. So Khyati, to being in the community, I always feel that there is a stigma in the community, even accepting that we are having some mental issues right now that we are going through. Even if you recognize it, or even if people around you recognize it, there is this huge stigma of you communicating this to someone, that I'm going through this. How do you get your clients? Like, how do you even have to have them convince, or do they come and just say that, you know what, we are going through this? Or do they just come to you and say, well, they wanted me to come, I don't think I'm okay?
Whatever you say is all right. People just come because they have been asked to come. People just come because now they want to share.
Right.
Now now they have something to say. So it all depends. When they are not having any desire to see a social worker, or not desire to have any counseling, and when they come, it's difficult. And I tell them that it doesn't take like a day or two to change things. It takes lots of sessions to change this things, whatever they are going through.
Absolutely.
So basically, when it is related to the COVID, I will definitely say that it is more of a depression and situational depression, which may or may not go with the COVID. So, but it can link to different mental health. Right. It's not only that. So yeah, there are different kinds of clients. They come with their wish, or they don't come with their wish, but they are at times been referred by their doctors, or they are referred by their insurance companies, or they are referred by whosoever, or word of mouth. So depends on from how they come.
So, Khyati, you just mentioned about, you get clients coming through referrals from doctors. I'm sure, a lot of people, even if they need this help, they really don't know how to approach their doctors or their specialist, whoever they are, of requesting some counseling like this. Can you shed some light for our viewers on how can they approach this and how to finally come and approach you?
So usually if they need any kind of counseling, doctors will refer them to their social workers or whosoever are there on team.
Okay.
Usually they do have in their clinic. If not, then they have referrals. They can refer it to the individual, as like my doctor on my team will refer it to me. So it's something similar like what I'm talking about. I do have a physiotherapist on my team who has gone through the accidents. Those people may need the counseling, so they come to us.
Okay.
So I have a team, and then I do refer clients according to what their needs are, if needed. So if they need any other referrals in the community, I do it. I'm a good system navigator. So I have a connections with other agencies where I can make sure that the individual gets a proper help.
So when you say other agencies, you're talking about other professionals?
Other professionals, other agencies, other government agencies. It could be if someone is going through some financial difficulty, what to do in that case. It could be sometime like they may have to apply for some kind of welfare. So how to go about it, and if they are eligible for that welfare services or not. So I do help them out in those cases too. So different government agencies. Plus I do speak different languages.
That's good.
Yeah. So Hindi, Gujarati. I understand Marathi for sure.
Oh, nice.
And I know a little bit of Marathi. I comprehend Punjabi. I comprehend Urdu. As you know, Hindi and Urdu is a bit similar.
Right.
So yeah. And I do have other language people who I know, like I can refer if they need anyone from Sinhalese. I have someone who speaks Sinhalese. Someone who needs Chinese, I have someone who can speak Chinese. So different people who I can refer to.
So just to clarify, I think viewers, what Khyati is saying, that it is multilingual. Her team basically is multilingual. Khyati is not, to what I understand, a standalone social worker. You work
With different
with a
people.
team
Yeah.
of social workers,
Yes.
as well as other professionals who could be a part of your whole assessment and counseling process.
So, yeah, at times it happens that we discuss not with, because our confidentiality is the biggest point. Like we
Absolutely.
cannot disclose client's name, but we can discuss the situation. So we do have periodically we meet as a team, and we can put forward the case plan, what to do if that thing is going on the right direction or not. So it's like not only one head, but all other people can think into it, and too many brains, and then we can come up with a solution. And not only me, like other people will bring up with their own ideas.
Correct.
And if they have any issue, they will call and they will just check on us, like what to do next.
Oh, perfect. Khyati, because we are more focusing this workshop towards our seniors and their caregivers, we would really appreciate if you can give our seniors ideas of some activities that they can do at home when they're feeling bored, because how much TV can you watch? No. Right? I'm sure, like, a lot of communities, the seniors are more into the religious activities, but they still need some lively moments, a different day, what they do, everyday activities. We don't want it to be too monotonous for them, that their day is the same every single day. So if you can please suggest a few activities, even if, like there are games that they can go and buy from a dollar store that they can do sitting at home with their caregivers, where it's a nice challenge for them to work on.
I think the biggest hit these days with my clients is Ludo.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like with the family, and kids as well enjoy that. They also play other things at home, but we have a set activities for the elderly people, it's planned. I also suggest everyone like to have a mindfulness kind of cognitive behavioral therapy. It is more of a breathing exercise, and it's more for them to be calm when they are at home.
Okay. I don't know what your ethics would say about it, but could you give us a demo of the breathing exercise?
Okay. It is like a 3 minutes breathing exercise. It will be like closing your eyes and just thinking about nothing. Like if something is bothering you, you have to make sure that you have to leave that outside. Like just close the eyes. And then slowly and gradually focus first on your forehead, and then slowly and gradually you go until your like toes, and then make sure that it's just 3 minutes breathing exercise, and that's it. Nothing much like, but it's really good at nighttime when they're going for a sleep. It's good for sleep. It makes their sleep really peaceful, and it's nice.
Is this more we can relate to something like, where we do meditation?
It's something related to the meditation, for sure. But it's more of, if something is bothering you, you first start with your forehead, and then make sure that slowly and gradually you're taking out from your body.
Okay.
Like there will be time when you might get some kind of tension in your shoulders or some kind of tension in your calf. It's just like that bothersome is just going out.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think there will be, when viewers are watching this, they'll have a lot of questions of how can we reach Khyati, and how can we ask all these questions to her personally. Could you share your information with them, your phone number, that they can at least give you a call? And I hope you don't mind, entertaining a few calls from our viewers.
No, that's fine. I'll give them my phone number. My phone number is 647-502-6104. And if you have to book an appointment, please give me enough time to schedule your appointment, because due to this pandemic, I make sure that my office is sanitized before you come. And I do have schedules available in the evenings and on the weekends too.
Oh, that's amazing. So I'm sure, Khyati, one more thing that all our viewers would be thinking is, if they call you, do they need a referral from a doctor or something?
No, they don't need any referral. If they have been referred, that's fine. If they are not, then they can definitely call me, and we can schedule an appointment accordingly. I'm just making sure that whatever the information you will be sharing it to me, that will definitely remain to me only, and I don't disclose it to anyone.
Of course, yes.
So
I do understand in your industry, confidentiality is key. Yeah.
So I do couple counseling as well, but then we have to talk to couple before when we start.
Okay.
So it is a bit different, but confidentiality remains the same.
Okay, perfect. Getting to the next segment of this show, we are all now thinking, expecting, and ready. A lot of people not ready with the second wave of this pandemic. We've stayed quite long in the house. We've come out. We've started enjoying the socializing. Now, there could be a possibility that we're going to be limiting all of that again and staying back indoors. What advice do you have for our viewers on how to cope with this, especially our seniors, because they have actually not got out of the house as much as we have? They're still inside, and now there could be a possibility they're going to stay longer inside.
I suggest that yes, they should stay inside. But I believe that they can go outside, like in their backyard, for a walk. They can sit there. It's nothing that they have to stay inside. If the individual in the house is going for work or is going to school, I suggest that individual to stay away from elderly people, because it is difficult for them to cope up with when they have COVID, in fact. So if that's an infection. So I suggest them to stay away. It will be difficult. Second wave is around. It will be difficult, but we have to face it.
Oh, absolutely.
We have to face it, and if possible, if there is way out, let them stay at home and be at home. And if anything is there, give me a call.
Absolutely. So just to give you a little bit more, even with what we are doing with this whole event, with the health and wellness series, we actually do have physiotherapist, athletic trainer, yoga instructors that we are going to be bringing on board. And they are actually going to give sessions, 15-minute session, 20-minute, half an hour, for seniors, like with chair yogas, or with like on the mat for the caregivers. Or when we talk about caregivers, we are also talking about youths being caregivers, where they would be working out with this athletic trainer, doing weights and all. What do you think? Would this help the viewers doing all this online?
For sure, it will help individuals. Yoga is the best thing. I always say, please do yoga. I myself do yoga. I myself do meditation and different other techniques. So yoga is the best. Training, workout is another thing. You need to definitely do that. So yeah, it's really great that we do have those series, and they are going to demonstrate virtually. If they can participate, if everyone can participate, please do so. It's awesome. It's awesome way. This series is already like a great way of connecting with people and making sure that they are doing well in the COVID situation.
Right. So does to your experience, you think doing a little bit of some physical fitness throughout the day does help with the mental health at all?
Sure. For sure. I suggest my clients to, if you cannot do anything, please go and take a walk. Walking is the best. If they cannot do anything at home or anything outside. So yeah, any kind of workout is great. Any kind of a games when you are with your family is good. That's it. Like that will definitely help them out.
Oh, that's great. So viewers, please watch all our videos that are coming out, all the workshops, and hopefully we can bring some relief to you with your mental health and boost your mental health as much as we can. Khyati, I think the other very hot discussion right now in our community is back to school.
Yeah.
And people have views of their own whether back to school is a good idea or doing online is a good idea. I'm sure you have clients who are facing the same dilemma. What do you have to tell our viewers about it?
I do have so many clients asking me the same question. So what I tell them, it all depends on individual case plan. I don't know unless I don't know what are the situations in the house or what is that individual situation as well. So I cannot give you one answer.
Right.
I will
customized.
customize. So I may say that depend on individual situation, take the decision if you are to send your child at school or not. Yes, you are taking risks because at schools now the cases have gone high.
Right.
But you have to do what you have to do. This is new, so you have to go through now this situation. Be safe. Just make sure you have enough social distancing. And if you are not comfortable sending your child, please don't send. And if you have someone who is elderly at home, then make sure that elderly is not in contact every day, or you may have want to see how the things work. So I will definitely say it's a case by case. It's not like
it's an individual preference.
It's an individual
for sure.
preference, and this is not like a generalized answer I can give.
Whether it's a
currently.
yes or a no.
Yeah, I can give.
Right. Like we do the same thing, you know, my son actually is in the IB program, and for him, he doesn't have a choice to go to school, because otherwise if he's doing it online, he cannot be in the IB program anymore. So we, without a choice, do send, and we're okay with that. We're going, but we have set guidelines for him. I think when he goes to school, the way he tells me, how the school is being so careful, I commend the school, the government for having so much security for the kids, you know, and it's just commendable. It's amazing what they're doing. But we tell him, because he's coming back in school bus, you know, the first thing you do, you come in, you go take a shower, and then you come and you touch anything else in the house. So do you think this all helps and it is safe?
It will help. It will definitely help. But as I said, that you never know where this COVID may come from.
Oh, absolutely.
So yes, it is difficult for some students because they are not able to take their specialized course, specialized program if they stay at home and do online courses. So they have to go. Just make sure that they are taking proper care, and that's it. Definitely it will help, but we have to do what we have to do.
Perfect. So, and you know the other thing, Khyati, and as a social worker, you can attest to it more. My son, when he started going to school, he started being like more happy because he's going out, he's meeting his friends, even though he's meeting limited friends around. But because of his interaction that has started happening with his friends, which was only either through a FaceTime or through a phone call, he is coming out to be more relaxed, more focused on what he's doing. Do you think what I'm thinking
No,
is
no, you're
right?
absolutely right. It is. That's not only you who have experienced. So many parents have said the same thing. I'll say my child has also gone to school, so I can see the difference.
Okay.
So yes, it's not about you. It's about, I think, because they were at home. They want to go and meet friends.
Absolutely.
And I guess that social interaction is very, very important and for any individual.
Right.
So it was limited until now because now they are there. I guess they are more happy, more relaxed, and they learn more, I guess, when they are with friends. They'll learn more. That's what I think. But again, it's individual preference as well, and individual thinking how they feel when they send child at school, sorry. So yeah, it is, and you are absolutely right.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who
No,
feels
everyone feels that way.
that. So coming back, Khyati, to focusing towards our seniors, as you just mentioned, that for each and every individual, that socializing is very important. We cannot do without friends. Similarly, our seniors and their caregivers, they also want to socialize. They also want to talk to people. I have heard of services that are available, like volunteer services, that people call and talk to them in different languages. Is this
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, they do have a services, and they can talk to them in their own languages. There are virtual programs as well, which they can be connected to. Yes, they are, and government has given fundings for that as well. So it's really good for them.
Can you share, where can our viewers get this information of where to call, who to? Because I feel that there was too much information coming out, and in this pandemic, just being at home, we don't know, so many WhatsApp forwards, and there's so much going on information that we've got to actually confuse what is right, what is wrong, and what is the correct number to call.
So it all depends again on the what kind of interaction that elderly person needs to do. So at times it is not only the social interaction. Sometimes they also want to share something which is very personal. Could be related to their health, could be related to anything. So it all depends on what kind of interaction they are looking for. It is different agencies who are there in the community. So they can definitely give me a call, and I can refer it accordingly, and I can see what exactly they want to talk, and then I can say.
Perfect. I'm sure a lot of viewers have missed your phone number.
I can
please
repeat it.
your phone number again?
My number is, you can give me a call on 647-502-6104.
So, Khyati, the other thing that I wanted to point out in this pandemic situation, everyone feels that sometimes it is better that everyone is at home and there is company in the house. Before, all of us used to go out to our offices. Now we are working from home. Kids used to be out in the school all day. Now they are working a lot from home. And it is perfect. Everyone, like the seniors who are actually not going and working, or their caregivers who don't have a job and they're not working, they have a lot of people around in the house, and they're more happier than before, which I feel at some point of time that is not true. Because even if I'm home, I'm working from home. I am in my room, I lock myself up, I'm doing Zoom meetings, so no one can be around me, and I have to actually go and tell people in the house, turn down the TV volume, Don't do this, don't do that because I'm in a meeting. The interaction, even though we are home, is not as much with others. So in this situation, I feel that our seniors, their caregivers, are getting more restrictions in the house of what they can do day to day. Am I correct in
You're
saying that?
absolutely right. At times they feel frustrated.
Yes.
They don't want. They cannot go out, and there are restrictions at home. What will they do?
Yeah.
It's very difficult for seniors to even cope up with this situation that now they cannot go out, cannot meet friends, cannot go to the community centers, cannot go to park, cannot go anywhere. And again, staying at home, they cannot put on the TV, cannot make noise, cannot bring friends. So
Because one problem is even if the TV is on, they're not used to using headphones or, they don't enjoy that.
this frustration in them leads to too many mental health again. So if anyone is having those kind of problem, if any kind of issues, please don't keep it with yourself. Please do share with your family. They may be helpful to you. If not, then for sure you can again contact me, and I can suggest you, I can recommend you certain things. But if you have any issues, please, it's all there and there.
Right. And I feel a lot of times what happens is that I'm feeling frustrated today, and then I'll just console myself saying, that's okay, I'm having a bad day today. Tomorrow is going to be another day. And then this continues and this continues, and it becomes, you feel, and other people will tell you around you that this has become your nature. And then we just say that my nature is like that. Oh, what can I do? But actually they're suffering mentally.
So each and every individual has different coping strategies.
Right.
So your might be different from others. Same is with grandpa and grandma. They may have different coping strategies.
Correct.
So it is very difficult to identify yourself. What are your strengths? So to identify your own strengths, if you can do it, great. If you cannot, you can definitely, as I said, you may have to talk to your counselor, because they may, when you're talking, they may be able to identify the strength. And then able to help you out. That is one of the strategy which I use a lot, which is strength-based perspective.
Right.
Where when they talk to me, I identify what are their strengths, and on that basis, I make sure that they get a help. So please, if they are feeling frustrated, if they are feeling upset, and if this is for a day or two, it happens. It's not a big thing, but if it is continuing, and if it is changing your behavior, please share with others so that at least then you may get help. Sometimes what happens, Nishita, it's not only them who might be suffering. It could be the whole family, or it could be in a family, one or two people who are going through the same situation. So I strongly suggest to take a help.
Right. And one thing that you were just talking to me off camera when we were talking about the situation, you mentioned that it is great. Don't think that they are seniors and you don't involve them into your day-to-day chores in the house. You just mentioned, and I love that, So you telling me that, involve your mother, your mother-in-law,
everyone
into your kitchen activities. And
whatever they enjoy the best. It could be the kitchen activities, it could be cleaning, anything, whatever they can. It will divert their mind. It is more of what that individual has interests in. If that individual is more interested in singing, for an example, Nishita, you do have karaoke at your home.
Yes, I do.
And if anyone has it, they can spend some time with their in-laws or parents or elderly whoever is at home, and then they can sing with them for some time. And then
I'm not a good singer, but if it is to help my mother, give some entertainment, I don't care if there are dogs going to be around me.
So yeah, that's awesome. There are different interests. Some people like cooking.
Yes.
So it's a great way to get good food these days. So just involve your elderly people at home, anything which interests them. So as well as what are their skills, I don't know. So whatever they are very skillful in, they can do those stuff too.
But I think you got it bang on. A lot of us, like, my friends that I know, they have cultivated, they've gone back to their hobbies that they didn't have time for doing it for so many years because of such a busy life. And they've gone back to it, they've gone back to singing, and they've gone back to, playing their guitar. And so I think you nailed it right there.
It's great way of involving them and making sure that their well-being is good, which is very important for us and for community as well.
That's amazing. I'm sure, Khyati, all our viewers are going to take away so much information from this workshop. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting a lot of calls as well from this workshop. But on behalf of Priority Wellness, we thank you so much for being a part of this good cause in giving back to the community, and especially our seniors and their caregivers. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you as well, and Sanjay Bhai, for this brilliant initiative. I really appreciate, and I'm very proud to be one of the person with this initiative. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you for your kind words, and we're looking forward to doing lots and lots of more work with you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. You. Viewers, this was Khyati Joshi. Stay tuned. We have lots and lots of more workshops coming on. Go to our YouTube channel. Email us if you have any questions, info@prioritywellness.ca. Go to our website, prioritywellness.ca, and we'll be glad to help you out wherever we can. You can call us as well, 1-800-667-7413. Thank you very much, and all of you out there, stay safe.